So we are back for another action-packed episode of 123 Podcast as we record at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, depending on your time zone.
Almost 6 o'clock in the morning my time, almost 5 in the morning Brant's time. That's all right.
Yeah.
I won't kill Brant.
But this is the big one. This was leading into WrestleMania. And real quick, before we get started, we had said there were going to be 3 episodes. There's only going to be 2 because we were late doing the Raw and NXT one. We just wrapped TakeOver into it. So this episode we're going to cover Raw, NXT, and TakeOver. And no news except for one little thing that's related to TakeOver. So we'll just dive right in and jump into Raw because WrestleMania is, as this goes live, WrestleMania is tomorrow.
Yep,
we know you
right.
guys want to watch this, talk about it, and get it under you before WrestleMania hits. And we got predictions to do too. I forgot.
That is right. We have predictions as Brant looks for the matches.
Yep.
For Raw, I'm going to get all the lame stuff out of the way right away. I'm going to do that. Big Show and Kane versus Curtis Axel and Bo Dallas. At this point, it's like they're just throwing social outcasts in our face. And also trying to fix up Kane and Big Show's little feud thing that was going on. But I believe they're going for the Andre the Giant.
Yeah, the Battle Royal, yeah.
So they're part of that. Another match that was just, and you mentioned this to me, Brand. I didn't see it. Kalisto versus Connor from the Ascension. That was really just to show that Kalisto could take out somebody big. I wasn't even in the room when that happened. I had walked away already. And where I had walked away was Charlotte versus Becky Lynch. Is there anything you have to say about any of those matches I just mentioned?
Like you said, Connor and Kalisto, it was pretty much just exactly that. It was just showing him fighting a big guy, and JBL saying his typical good big man versus good little man. Good big man always wins. And I'm surprised nobody brought up Rey Mysterio beating him, but whatever, for the world title. But yeah, no, that's all that was. The Big Show and Kane, that was such a non-match. That was so stupid, and I like barely even paid attention during that match. It was like, what? Huh?
Yeah, it was like, what the heck is this? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was like, what's the point for this? There is none. So that's all about that. And what was the other one?
Charlotte and Becky, that's what I was telling you.
Charlotte and Becky, it was more of the same. Sasha Banks was at ringside, and there was some shoving into each other, typical stuff that you get from those 3 at this point. And let's see, I'm trying to look through the results, make sure there wasn't anything that I forgot. Ric Flair grabbed Becky's leg at some point and stuff, I believe, and typical stuff with Charlotte. Cheat to win, and whatever.
It was boring. To me, it was a very boring match. I didn't really particularly like the Emma versus Paige match either, which was the Divas versus Team Bad.
It's Total Divas versus Bad and Blonde, because it's Team Bad plus the Blonde Girls.
Mm-hmm. And Emma is actually coming up from NXT for that, and so is Eve Marie, who jumped in now.
Yeah, I think everybody thought that was going to be Nikki. But I think at first it was supposed to be Nikki because she was supposed to be coming back, and then all of a sudden she was pulled or something. I saw something about that. I don't know if anybody else has any information about that.
That's garbage, though. Why do you put Eve Marie? I would have taken freaking anyone else. You have so many people. So many. Why? Why her?
I have no idea. So, she's Total Divas. She's on the Total Divas show. That was the only thing. And you saw nobody else wanted her there either. So, who knows what's going to happen with that. It's boring. I actually liked Emma here, though, for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, she worked good in WWE, yeah.
Yeah. So, last time we saw her in WWE, she was the goofy, silly character, with Santino. So, I kind of liked it. But, yeah.
Were you the one that mentioned to me that, you were, the Divas title is going back to
Women's title. Yeah, they commissioned a new belt to be made. I don't know, at this point they've not said anything officially, but they're actually making a new belt. So I'm assuming maybe after WrestleMania, maybe on Raw or something, they'll change it from Divas to Women's,
that would mean a new champion because they need a reason, or when The Rock won the belt, he changed it. So probably Sasha Banks is going to win, and they'll change it. She'll be like, I'm not a diva I'm a woman or something. I could see that line.
I could
I'm not.
totally see that. Yeah, because Charlotte seems like a diva.
Mhm.
Yeah, I could totally see that. It would really fit Sasha, especially because she's a former NXT Women's Champion and because she had that epic match with Bayley. I could totally see
Exactly.
that. Yeah.
Exactly. So I see that. That's how they're going to change the belt. They'll be like, I couldn't stand that butterfly diva belt. I'm not. It should be like that.
Yeah, yeah, I could totally see that. That would be cool. I hope that's what happens. Actually,
Okay.
she's who I want to win anyway. So
Exactly. All right. You want to grab the next one real quick because I'm actually gonna.
yeah, yeah. Oh,
Oh,
oh, and I'm getting
never
an
mind.
echo.
Echo.
All right, a match that you actually liked, which I thought was
The echo leave.
yeah, I thought it was pretty entertaining as well, which was Kofi Kingston versus Alberto Del Rio.
First time ever.
You like New Day?
No, I mean I've been liking them, but now it's kind of even the Bootios there, and Brooklyn loved them.
Yeah,
Brooklyn was, I mean, even the team themselves, they were in shock that everybody was like, New Day rocks. What city are we in? We should stay here.
it's topsy turvy land. No, that's cool. I'm happy
Uh,
for them, but
I live here.
I
I live here.
know.
We're not topsy turvy land. We're Looney Tunes.
Okay, Looney Tunes. What cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Whatever. I don't
Uh,
know.
Chat. Okay, we're going there now.
No, I'm talking about, because maybe they're one of those towns that cheers for people that other towns don't. Like, Chicago's that way.
Hmm.
Miami's kind of that way. There are certain cities that are like big for certain.
Heels.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, in this case, I don't think they're heels though.
Yeah, it's weird. They're kind of the faces here.
Yeah, I think that's what WWE is doing with them slowly, and nobody's realizing it, but they're turning them face.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they started off as face and nobody bought it, so they went heel, and then they got over. So,
So now everybody might be ready for them to be a face.
yeah, it's funny. I enjoy them though. I think they're funny, and Coach coming out and saying, well, whatever.
Alabama.
Yeah. Man, it was good seeing Coach on there. He was a character. Sometimes he was boring and he was always getting picked on, but it was funny seeing
Oh no,
him.
I liked it better when Coach was like Vince McMahon's little stooge
Yeah,
during the second coming of DX.
yeah. I just remember Rock always making fun of him.
He still does.
Of course. So that's weird. They're gonna have Sports Center right before WrestleMania, though, like leading into WrestleMania.
Along with pre-show.
Yeah, man, 7 hours. But we'll get to that.
We will. Oh, we will. Because 7 hours, there is no way.
Yeah. So
Watch the pay-per-view.
yeah.
Sit.
So we only got two more matches. No, three. No, two more matches to talk about. Then we can talk about
Three.
some.
No. Oh, wait, no, right. We did that. Two more. You're right.
Yeah, so we can talk about some of the other stuff that happened after that. But Zack Ryder versus Chris Jericho.
That was basically pretty much set up for AJ Styles to goat Chris Jericho. Jericho lost. He's like, you want me, Styles? You got me.
Yeah, and it's funny. Jericho still wins the match again, even though AJ is coming down and interrupting.
He lost. He defeated Zack Snyder.
No, that's
He lost to Zack
Oh yeah,
Snyder.
no, he did. You're right. You're right.
Yeah,
Zack,
no, he didn't.
Zack Ryder, not Zack Snyder.
Right. Why is it
What is
Snyder?
this, Batman v Superman?
Oh,
You wish
my head.
you
Oh,
wish Zack Snyder was getting beat up by Chris Jericho.
worse than that, there was a freaking. I hate WB right now because they put out that they fired Zack Snyder and it was an April Fool's thing.
You
That's-
fell for that?
I saw a video and I clicked it, and the second I heard that this guy was watching a video or reading an article about it, I'm like, oh, it's just an April Fool's joke.
Yeah. Interesting thing, total sidetrack, but interesting thing, I was actually looking up Zack Snyder today to see what else he had done. He is only producing, he's only directing 2 of the DC movies. He's producing all of them, but he's only directing 2 of them. And one of them is the Justice League movie. The other one was this one.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And Man of Steel.
yeah, and Man of Steel. But like of the upcoming ones, all like Wonder Woman, Flash, Aquaman, all those are being directed by different people. He's just producing them. So maybe they'll be better.
Oh, they definitely will, and that's when they'll say, hey, Zach, I think you're going to You're going to be producing all of them, directing any of them.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Anyway, back to this. Yeah, you're right. I forgot Zack Ryder. Did he roll him up? Is that what happened? He didn't hit him
Yep.
with a Rough Rider. Yeah, he rolled him up.
Roll them up.
And another reason for that match to happen was because all the rest of the ladder match contenders were in the main event. So Zack Ryder needed something to do.
Exactly.
Oh, well. He grew all his hair back. Did you notice that? He was starting to lose his hair. I wonder what he did. I'm curious. Rogaine. That's funny.
Or plugs.
Or plugs, yeah.
He went to Hulk Hogan. Can't believe that man won his lawsuit and got millions of dollars for having sex on video.
Millions of dollars. Millions of. We'll never see that again.
We might not even see Titus O'Neil again the way things go.
That's true. Watch him come in and win the Battle Royal. No.
Please, God. Wouldn't that be nice?
So, main event, and then we'll talk about the stuff with Shane and everything, I guess, and Triple H and Roman. So, main event was that six-man tag team match. It was Dolph Ziggler, Sami Zayn, and Sin Cara versus Kevin Owens, Miz, and Stardust.
And they're all going to be going for the belt, right? Those are the six that are going for it.
Those six and Zack Ryder, so all seven.
So, I'll tell you one thing. Sami Zayn's a lucky man. He not only got the big NXT pay-per-view, but he also got WrestleMania.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that match on NXT. Wow. Anyway.
Got two good things going on, but Sami Zayn's coming up fast. Okay,
yeah.
Going into this match, yes.
This match was kind of typical, but it was cool because Sami Zayn was kind of even though Dolph Ziggler probably should have been, Sami Zayn was kind of the leader of that team. He was the standout here. He was trying to get his hands on Owens the entire time, and Owens would dodge. Typical heel stuff. He keeps dodging, tagging out, and running out and everything. And, it culminates into everybody's doing their finisher, all this stuff, and then it comes down to, okay, here's Kevin Owens facing off against Sami Zayn, and Miz and Stardust drop off the apron, walk away, and Owens is all by himself, which I thought was perfect.
That was excellent.
Yeah. It was a really solid way to end that. Who got the actual pinfall? I don't remember.
Zayn.
Yeah, it was Zayn. Okay, I thought it was. So,
beat him.
Yeah.
And that was the end of the night. And it was, well, no, that was not the end of the night. Well, we get into the skits then, but that was the end of the matches for the night, which I love that match. So the opening with The Undertaker and Shane, seeing Shane jump off of that top rope and into that table again, I was a mixture of nervous, because he's older now. He's not exactly that young boy that used to do that stuff when it was against Mankind or whatever.
Yeah.
And excitement because it's like he can still do it. But did you notice it took him a little bit to get back up, though?
Yeah, but I mean, that could have been just him playing it up, too.
Which is true. That's what the problem was. You can't tell is he playing it up or is he legitimately hurt.
But dude, I saw some of the workout stuff that he was doing. This dude has been taking boxing training. He's been weightlifting. He looks better than he ever has. Shane does. I think so.
Agree.
At one point, he lifted up his shirt and he had like a full six pack. Dude is fit as a bug just flitted by my face. Dude is fit.
Okay,
he looks good.
So then he's good. So he's good to go. But the Undertaker got up and I don't know. Something's got to happen with this match.
Yeah, I'm nervous too, and I don't know what they do. And it's like we've talked about for weeks now. It's lose-lose for us, but it's also win-win because this is kind of freaking cool. It's Shane McMahon,
But now everybody's hoping, and they said this on my live show on Dark Avenger Live. Everybody was saying we hope that WrestleMania isn't lame because it can go one of two ways. It really can. And it's all dependent on the wrestling matches and the winners and the outcomes.
Yeah, and you guys were talking about if Roman Reigns wins, everybody's going to boo. Of course they are.
Yeah, it's just the way it is. Because it's predictable.
Yeah, and it's sad, and that's because Roman Reigns has been like in that main event picture for what 2-3 WrestleManias now.
Now,
it's crazy, and
it would be so good to see Seth Rollins just somehow roll out and.
Yeah, but there's no money in the bank to cash in. There's no anything like that.
No. Let Triple H start the feud.
Okay, just cost them the match. I got you. Something's got to happen, right? I mean, there has to be something. There has to be a way to save this.
I'm guessing. Or Roman will win, and then the next pay-per-view they'll send him against somebody else.
Yeah, there was a news story I saw, and it's a minor spoiler. It's because somebody on my Facebook page posted. It's not a spoiler for who wins or whatever, but there was an official listing of the WrestleMania card, and on the Triple H Roman Reigns match, it listed it as no disqualification. So anything can happen in that match.
Oh, so then...
Because they haven't announced it. They haven't said that it was a no disqualification match. But
I think that's what they were going to say on Raw and didn't get a chance to. Maybe they said it on SmackDown.
Maybe. I don't know. We didn't watch SmackDown. Did Alan send his report in this week?
No.
Okay. So... we don't know because I didn't look up those results.
I didn't either. No, all I know was that. Oh shoot, I forgot what. But the Shane thing, that was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
It was really awesome. And then there was a little segment backstage with Vince, and then Shane said, "I'm taking the company back that you stole from."
Yeah, he said you stole it from your father. I'm gonna take it from you. That was good. I love that.
Now, if only in reality Shane would do that.
Yeah.
I think the world would be a better place. Let Vince McMahon run a Japanese TV station.
But yeah, the crowd was on fire. They were chanting, "You still got it" to Shane. It brought back memories of Shane of old times past and everything. It was awesome.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I that was like the crown jewel of the night. But later on, Triple H came out. Him and Stephanie had an announcement. Roman came out, beat him up a bit. They ran away. At the end of the night, after the last match, they came back. They wanted to make the announcement again, but there's Roman Reigns, and he comes out in a big fight. There are people that are on Triple H's side. There are people that are on Roman Reigns' side. Wrestlers are fighting to keep everybody off. So that's how it ended.
Yeah. Well, don't forget, wasn't it backstage? Something happened with Roman with the Dudleys too. Was that on this? That wasn't on Raw.
Well, I don't think so. I'm not remembering it. Remember, Raw was a while back now because I got two other shows in my head.
Yeah, I'm trying to think now. Hold on.
I don't think the Dudleys did anything with them because the Dudleys were going to be going with Usos and stuff.
Yeah, but there was definitely something that happened on one recent show that I saw where, because Bubba and Roman fought on last week's SmackDown. And
maybe that was then.
Yeah, so Bubba came out. I'm pretty sure this happened on Raw. Bubba came backstage and was calling Roman, and they ambushed him with Devon. Came out too, and then
maybe.
Then Triple H attacked from behind, and all three of them beat up Roman.
Yeah, that's right, because he came staggering down to the ring the second time. That's right.
Yeah, okay, and that's why he came back out, and then
that's right. And then they came back out. You're right. Yep, they jumped Roman in the back.
Yeah. So, it gave Triple H a leg up for when Reigns came back out the second time. So, whatever. It's typical build-up. They're fighting like crazy before they go into the main event. So.
Exactly. So, that was Raw. It was a typical setup for the big pay-per-view this weekend.
Yeah. So, on to NXT.
Now, NXT was a bit of a disappointment this week, and that's because basically everybody who has a match for TakeOver was fighting, almost everyone, was fighting a nobody. American Alpha was going after Hollis and Skylar, whom I don't know them. Baron Corbin was versing a local competitor.
Yeah.
Come on. I can't even remember the guy's name. I'm looking at the list now, and it even says local competitor.
Yeah, I don't remember his name either.
Yeah, Dash and Dawson versus Steve Cutler and Tucker Knight. Why did I say Tucker Knight? Tucker Knight. I don't know why Apollo Crews. Well, Apollo Crews had a regular match against Alex Riley.
But it was a short match.
It was too short.
I blinked and it was over. And then Elias Sampson comes out singing that song. And
because they're building up to Apollo versus Elias, and I thought they were going to fight at TakeOver.
I did too. I thought I missed that match. I was like, wait a minute, there's another match here, and yeah, it didn't happen. So I guess not.
I guess they're pushing it for the next big event.
I guess so. And then Bull Dempsey is still there.
Yeah, and Samoa Joe beat the crap out of him.
Yeah, he did. Oh man! And then it was the same kind of thing. Finn Balor comes out and they do the whole Triple H Roman Reigns thing where people are holding them back and they're fighting like crazy. And I enjoyed that one a little bit more actually, though.
Yeah, because it felt more. What's the word I'm looking for? It was done better.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, because I mean, you like both of these guys. You know what I'm saying? It's like Roman and Triple H. It's Roman's
Oh,
very polarizing, and Triple H is too to a degree. So it's like, you know,
and Triple H isn't wrestling anymore. If Triple H was back to a full-time roster wrestler, then I'd be like, okay, he can do stuff. But he's not. He's really the general manager who happens to have been a wrestler who has the belt now and
hmm
is wrestling on occasion. If he full-time wrestled, he'd be more interesting again.
yeah. And I'll say if Triple H and Roman Reigns were able to put on the kind of match that Finn Balor and Samoa Joe do at Takeover, then that might raise some eyebrows. But otherwise,
I don't
this is
think that's
just
going to happen.
I don't think so either. But I'm just saying otherwise this was just more exciting because you know where this is going, and now that we've seen it, you know where it's been,
Mhm.
and that's a good segue to start talking about NXT Takeover. Which
Exactly, and this we're going down the list because every single match was awesome. I mean, there were
so
5 matches, and it was too good. It was too good, and I understand why half of my viewers on my show disappeared after the first match was over on NXT because it was that good.
oh
It it opened with the tag match, Dash and Dawson versus American Alpha. That match was intense, and like I predicted, American Alpha came out on top. We now have new NXT Tag Champions, and they're going to carry those belts for at least a year, I think.
American Alpha was amazing. I mean, even the revival Dash and Dawson, they were good. They
When did
did
they start calling themselves Revival? I don't remember
a
this.
couple of weeks back, I think, because they're the revival of old school tag team wrestling or whatever, something like
Okay.
that. Um, but they did mess up. If you noticed that one time when they tried to do the double team move from the top rope,
Yeah.
and everybody was doing the "you effed up" chant, and
Yeah, they were forget it. The whole pay-per-view, they were like, that has gotta get
yeah,
every 2 seconds. They
yeah,
were on top.
they were in. It was an ECW level crowd, which is one of the great things about NXT, and that's the way it was in the early days of TNA too. It's just something different. But American Alpha, oh man! And when Jason Jordan finally got in there and was suplexing left and right, and people were cheering like crazy, they were
Yeah.
on fire. And I felt so happy for them because I know as individuals they were trying to come up the ranks and they couldn't do it, and they formed that tag team, and you could tell that there was like some genuine emotion there when they
Yeah.
were
And
able
they
to
won.
hold up the titles. Yeah,
It was like finally the journey, we got the gold.
yeah, it was awesome. That was
That
a
was perfect.
yeah, it was a fantastic way to open the match. I mean, open the event, and
Mhm.
it just kept getting better from there. This next match,
Yep, if you're gonna say what I'm gonna say, say it.
well, for me, it was the least exciting match of the entire evening.
Yep, it was the only match that I felt if they had to take a match off, you could have taken it off.
Yeah, and that it's a real shame because I know Baron Corbin's good, and I absolutely know Austin Aries can deliver top 5-star matches, but for some reason they just did not stand out as much. And maybe they weren't. Maybe they had less time because some of the other matches were a lot longer.
Yeah, that
So
was a very condensed match. It was like Baron Corbin beating Austin Aries around for a while, and then he just happened to get lucky and flip around Baron Corbin's finisher and get a roll up for the
exactly.
victory.
Yeah, it wasn't the best we've seen Austin Aries, and I hope we see more of him in the future because I think he can be really good. And
Oh yeah.
for anybody that hasn't seen Austin Aries, he can put on a really good match. But this was just not it. It had to happen because it was he got attacked by Baron Corbin. But now let's move on from that and give him
Hey,
somebody.
wait a minute. Austin Aries is from TNA, right?
Yeah,
There's a former TNA person that was actually in the crowd for this event, and it was Bobby Roode.
yeah. They showed him right before the main event. That was our one news story I referenced earlier. Bobby Roode, and they flashed his name too, and he was right in the front row. So I'm hoping Bobby Roode's
There's
coming.
rumors that Triple H got him. There's rumors that Triple H got him and is in talks with the other guy that
Yeah,
left.
Eric Young. Yeah, that's awesome. I love Bobby Roode. I think he's fantastic. He's also a former TNA World Champion. and
Mhm.
he's so good.
He would be perfect in the NXT run. I swear, it would be great.
I would love to see him against Finn Balor. Him and Austin Aries had a big feud in TNA, and they were actually a tag team for a while too. So you could reignite that in ways. There's so many possibilities with Bobby Roode. Love it.
I agree. But now we have the debut of Nakamura.
Shinsuke Nakamura. Yeah,
Shinsuke?
yeah. I think you pronounce it Shinsuke. It's kind of like Asuka, where you don't
I didn't
really
even,
pronounce the U. It's the same
yeah,
thing.
I didn't even say his first name. I just said Nakamura
Yeah.
versus Zayn when I was watching it too. So, man, charisma in that ring with Nakamura. Oh man, I swear I thought I was watching Drunken. Drunken.
Yeah.
The one that
Drunken Master. Yeah.
Master. Yeah, he just flowed with everything. His nose started bleeding not even 5 minutes into the match, and he
Yeah.
just like
He's just like, yeah.
he licked it. He did whatever he had to do, and he just doing it.
He's very flamboyant. Very flamboyant. Very, you know.
Flamboyant?
Huh?
Is he flamboyant towards buoyant?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh, I thought you meant he was. I was gonna.
I was just saying he's flamboyant. As far as I know, he comes out with girls. I don't know what his orientation is. I just think he's exciting to watch.
Well, I think he's Japanese.
Touche. Man, for me, this was match of the night. I love the main event, and we'll talk about that. I thought it was fantastic as well, and the women's match was fantastic as well. But for me, this one was match of the night. When they were just simple little things too. When they were doing the forearm shots that went on forever. It was like, oh my, this is so exciting because they're just like giving it every single thing they got.
And the crowd appreciated it because even after Nakamura left, they were still chanting for Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
Even though he lost.
Yeah.
So
this was so amazing, and we saw stuff when they had each other in moves, and they were like just kicking each other in the face like repeatedly, and everybody was going crazy, and it was like you don't see that in typical matches. This was like going all out. I'm gonna beat the crap out of you, and then I respect you afterwards. It was amazing.
I love it. And again, Sami Zayn is so lucky. He got not only did he get NXT Takeover in the same arena where WrestleMania is going to be, but he's going to get WrestleMania the following night. So he better rest up good tonight because he's got another match tomorrow.
Yeah, man, he's like you said, he's coming up. He's got. This was, for me, again, match of the night. He's in that ladder match for the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania, which is going to be a blockbuster match, too.
I hope he wins. That means he's slotted for WWE permanent.
Yeah, but, man, Nakamura, I'd only seen that clip of him versus Brock Lesnar from years ago. I'd never seen any other matches he's been in. I'm a fan. He's amazing.
Same.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, shoot.
So now we've got the two main belt titles left. Bayley versus Asuka. I called this also, kind of. I called it. I said if Bayley's gonna lose to anybody, it's gonna be to Asuka, and Bayley lost to Asuka. Asuka. She lost good. She hung in there. She didn't tap out her body that's the one thing I could say the anchor said right. Was her body gave out. She didn't give up. Her body gave up.
Yeah, she passed out. It reminded me of Stone Cold versus Bret Hart back in the day, where Stone Cold just passed out and he didn't tap out. I loved it. There was so many submission holds, counters. Oh, Bayley was on top form tonight. Asuka was amazing as usual. If Bayley was going to lose, this was the way to lose. Give it her all, take all the finishers, and just not be able to go on. I thought it was perfect.
It was excellent. Yeah. Excellent. I love both wrestlers, so either way, I respect both of them after this match. There'll be a rematch. I still love Bayley, even though she's probably dating Finn, but beside the point, she's a great wrestler. Asuka is going to be an awesome NXT Women's Champion for however long she holds the belt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that brings us to the main event.
Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe, and this actually went over because if you were watching it live like I was, it was actually 12 minutes over the end time.
Wow, that's nice.
I believe it was supposed to end at 12. It ended at 12:15.
Wow, awesome.
So,
this was another amazing match, and it just started on fire. There was that accidental headbutt that just busted open Joe at the beginning.
eye.
Right over his eye, and he was just bleeding profusely. And I love the way he played that up. Every time they tried to wipe him off, he was like, "Just get off me," and just And everyone was like, "Let Joe bleed, let Joe bleed." And he was like, "Yes."
I was like, let me go, let me fight.
Yeah.
It was so annoying because the ref kept calling the first 15 minutes of the match. Every 5 minutes, the ref would call for the medics to come.
Yeah.
And if I was in the crowd, I would be booing because it was getting annoying.
But at the same time, that's what they do in legitimate fighting, like UFC or boxing or whatever. They do that to take care of their so they're not damaged or so they can see and it's not dangerous because sometimes like in MMA, if the cut is bad enough over your eye, they'll stop the fight.
That's true.
So
That's true.
yeah, they were just watching out for him, I think. But it built up the tension in the match, and it just made it that much more. And Joe used that too. He used that to just go all out. And oh man.
But Finn came out on top. He caught Joe. He got his finisher on him, and he put him out 1, 2, 3.
Well, no, that's not how he beat him.
No, that's not how he beat him, but he got Joe got him actually in
the Muscle Buster,
his finisher, and then Finn using the turnbuckle did a flip over.
Oh yeah, the Coquina Clutch, yeah. He kicked out of the Muscle Buster, and then did his finisher, and then Joe kicked out, and then Joe gets the Coquina,
on him, and then he did that flip. I've never seen somebody do that with Samoa Joe's finisher, and I think Joe's going to be a little bit more cautious where he does it from now on.
It was awesome, though. Again, they were just all over the place, too, pulling out all the stops. It was action-packed, fast-paced, non-stop match. I loved it.
And Joe just walked out in the end. He just literally just...
Yeah. My concern now is that because this was so good... The WrestleMania, as big and as grand as WrestleMania is, and with so much at stake in those big matches, can WrestleMania live up to this?
I don't
think so.
I'm looking at the matches.
Yeah.
Let's segue into WrestleMania. Let's give our prediction.
Well, before you do that, I can't believe that your brother was wanting to bring back the pillow fight matches. What is wrong with him?
I don't know what's wrong with him, but I was like, there were no words when he said that. I was
oh. We get so much better women's wrestling now, and we don't need to come back to that at all.
Oh, we don't need those bra and panty matches and stuff like that. No.
And one more thing I want to say before we get into predictions is that if WrestleMania underperforms NXT Takeover, I really hope that WWE takes a look at that and is like, wow. This is what we need to do, and this is the direction we need to go. And if that's the case, then WWE, I think, will blow up at that point. I think it'll win back some people.
Maybe.
So we'll see. But like you said, we should get into predictions. Let's talk about the pre-show matches first.
Yes.
All right. So Kalisto versus Ryback.
Kalisto.
Yeah, I agree. I think Kalisto wins.
Could I actually state a little foreshadow for these three matches? I don't care who wins any of the three because technically it's like, okay, I love Paige. Paige better. If she's the last one in the ring, she better win. But with the Kalisto Ryback match, is it a championship match or it's for the
U.S. title? Yeah.
Yeah, Kalisto. I don't think Ryback's gonna get the win because unless he cheats.
Yeah, it seems silly to build up this whole Kalisto can beat big guys if you don't have him beat the big guy. It makes no sense.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I'm calling Kalisto as well. You mentioned it, Total Divas, which is Brie, Paige, Natalya, Alicia Fox, and Eva Marie versus Bad and Blonde, which is Lana, Summer Rae, Naomi, Emma, and Tamina.
I'm going Total Divas.
Yeah, I don't care. But, yeah, I'm going to go Total Divas as well.
Oh, yeah, I don't care about these first three matches, but I'm giving my vote as Total Divas. If I'm wrong about all three of these matches, I could care less, honestly.
And the final one for the pre-show is Usos versus Dudley Boys. This is going to be a long pre-show.
It's going to be an hour, so I don't know how they're going to divide these matches up, but
I think it's going to be longer than an hour.
is it 2 hours?
It might be 2 hours because WrestleMania is what, 4 hours? So, and there was talk of
When does WrestleMania start?
it starts
7?
an hour early, yeah, 7. So 7 to 11 Eastern time. Um, so, yeah, I think the pre-show might be earlier than that because the pre-show, they're going to do a pre-show on USA and
Yeah,
on the
that's the pre-show.
network.
That's all these matches, yeah.
Yeah, so it might actually be 2 hours. I'm not sure, though. The other hour's probably just talking, though, so it doesn't matter. So
Yeah.
probably actually 5 hours of wrestling. So, anyway, Usos versus Dudleys. I'm going to go Usos.
Same here. I love the Usos. I'm just going to go with that.
Okay. So far we're in total agreement.
Well, it's a pre-show. Let's start from the very bottom and work our way up instead of from the top, because I think the top is going to be the last match.
Yeah, definitely. All right, let me just write down our Listo, Total Divas. Just write down our predictions. Usos. All right, so we got New Day versus League of Nations it's a 3-on-4 handicap match. So it's not even for the titles.
Oh, it's not for the titles?
I don't think so. It doesn't say.
If it is for the titles, I think New Day will win. If it's not, I think League of Nations. Now it depends on what the match is.
I don't want this match to even happen. I like New Day, but I'm so sick of this feud. I want it to go away, and I thought this one would be on the pre-show.
I was hoping to, but I think that League of Nations is going to beat them because New Day's been one-upping them, and I have a feeling they got like some type of a, something up their sleeve. And this is the first time I actually want New Day to win, but I think League of Nations is going to pull it off.
Okay, I'm going to go against you and say New Day here. Just because I think New Day, especially...
I want you to be right. I'll be happy if I'm wrong with this prediction.
Yeah, especially if it's for the tag titles. I can't see the League of Nations.
If it is for the tag titles, I'm gonna vote. I vote New Day. So just remember that if we get back to this.
I can't see League of Nations winning the tag titles. That would be ridiculous.
I have a feeling they're gonna win though. That's why my vote goes for League of Nations.
Yeah.
I just have a feeling.
This next match, it's hard because I don't know all the participants, and I don't think you do either, and they usually don't tell us every single one of them. It's the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. We know Big Show and Kane are in it. We know probably Social Outcasts are in it. I don't know who else.
I'm not gonna give a prediction for this just because there's too many variables. So I'm just gonna say not applicable for this one for me.
Not applicable. All right. Let's see if I can.
AJ versus Chris Jericho. I call.
Oh, you're gonna skip ahead? Okay.
I skipped ahead?
Yeah, because I was looking at the participants.
Oh, okay. The participants, man. Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know you were doing that.
Yeah, I was saying that. It's cool. Okay, these are the ones that are confirmed. It's not all of them, I don't think. Let's see. We got Heath Slater, Curtis Axel, Adam Rose, Bo Dallas. So that's the Social Outcast.
Right.
Big Show and Kane, which we did. All right, we said all 6 of those. Tyler Breeze, your favorite. Mark Henry, Jack Swagger, Fandango, Damian Sandow, Darren Young, Connor and Victor, Goldust, and R-Truth. So that leaves 4 unknowns.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to vote.
Okay.
I can't vote. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't either. I think you talked about on your live show, there's rumors that Cesaro could be returning for it.
Right. So it's like we can't vote that.
Yeah, so that one's up in the air. Don't know. All right, so go ahead.
AJ Styles versus Jericho. I'm calling AJ to end this damn thing once and for all.
Yeah, I agree. AJ Styles wins. And I want it over too. I want AJ Styles to move on to somebody else. Well, both of them really. Because this is getting old.
Very, and very fast.
All right, so now we got the ladder match for the Intercontinental title. We got Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Dolph Ziggler, Zack Ryder, Sin Cara, The Miz, and Stardust. Who you calling?
Sami Zayn.
You're calling Sami Zayn.
That, or at least, it's either going to be Sami Zayn or Kevin Owens, and then they're going to fight again at the next pay-per-view. I think Kevin just got the belt back, so it probably will be Kevin Owens, and then Sami Zayn will verse him one-on-one
Yeah.
the next pay-per-view.
I'm just wondering if they give Zayn the title yet.
Maybe put down Kevin Owens for me. I'm going to say he retains, but I have a feeling that if they do want to have somebody else win, it'll be Zayn, because nobody else here has the chutzpah to...
Yeah, it's weird. The only one that I could possibly see winning besides them is Ziggler, but
No,
I just don't see that.
I don't either.
Yeah, I'm gonna go against you and say Zayn. Like you said originally.
Good, so at least one of us will be right. I'm hoping you're right, but I'm gonna say Owens just because he just got the belt back. But if he loses it, I'll be super happy, and this one better be Sasha Banks. I saw you some move.
That's what I'm calling. I'm calling Sasha Banks for Charlotte, Becky, and Sasha for the Divas title, or whatever that ends up being called. So you're calling the same thing?
Yes.
Okay. So we're both in agreement on Sasha Banks. All right, Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker.
No.
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 You can't say no. All right.
Yes, I can. No.
This is impossible. This is Hell in a Cell. Let's just put it out there. If Shane wins, he gets control of Monday Night Raw, which is basically control of the company. If Undertaker wins, then, well, obviously Shane doesn't, but if Undertaker loses, it's his last match at WrestleMania.
No. Because the answer to this is like solving a math problem that involves like 27 steps. We are only like 10 steps into this problem, and I don't see any. There's no.
Yeah, and the other 17 steps are unknown variables.
Yeah, there's so many unknowns. I'm gonna say, put down for me draw or no contest.
I can't see that happening. Okay, you're gonna say draw.
I know, but at least I won't be wrong. If Shane wins, good. If Undertaker wins, good. Because either way, I lose I lose regardless who wins. So.
I still think there's got to be a swerve here, and I don't know what it is, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say somehow Shane. And I know I'm wrong.
That's where I'm swaying towards, because it has to be Shane, because they want to shake up the company, so it's got to be Shane.
We'll have to see, but that's what I'm calling. Yeah.
Dean Ambrose and Brock Lesnar. It's got to be Dean Ambrose.
You think it's going to be Dean Ambrose?
Yes, sir, I do.
We didn't talk about that from Raw either. He comes out there and Brock Lesnar's in the ring. And he just comes out there with a wagon. Yeah, and he comes out there with a wagon, doesn't even look at Brock Lesnar, and just fills up the wagon with all these weapons that he's been given, and then just walks away. I loved it.
Perfect. That was a perfect end.
It's a no-holds-barred street fight, but Lesnar, he doesn't lose, typically.
I'm going Ambrose. I don't care. Even if he loses, Ambrose.
I'm torn on this one. This one's a hard one for me. I want Ambrose to win. No bones about it, but I am going to go Lesnar.
Okay.
All right, so that brings us to the main event, the World
Roman Reigns
Heavyweight Championship. Let me at least say it.
Because that's how it's going to go at WrestleMania. It's going to be like, this is the World Champ. Boom. It's over. Just like that. I swear to you. Watch. You're laughing, but watch.
Okay, if it is true that this is, I mean, we'll just speculate here, and then I'll give my opinion. You say Roman. If it's true that it's no disqualification, then that means somebody could interfere and not get anybody disqualified. So that means to me that Triple H is going to have a bunch of people come in, which means to counter that, Roman Reigns is going to have people come in. And maybe Seth comes back. Maybe somebody else.
I would say Triple H.
I'm going to go Roman just because it has to be, right?
Has to.
After all this, Roman can't lose again. He just can't. So.
I don't know, but I mean, if it is going to be group versus group, this reminds me of Sting versus Triple H last year. This reminds me of Recycled. So
yeah, I hope. I don't think it's going to be quite that bad, but I could see Triple H getting somebody involved. Or the sledgehammer comes into play. or something, anything. So even if it's just the Dudleys coming in, because they've been helping him recently, and then the Usos because they're Roman Reigns' cousins. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see either one of those teams in the main event of WrestleMania, please. No.
I'll die.
Yeah.
I'm going to actually change my no contest for Shane and Undertaker to Shane also.
Okay.
Just because the more I'm thinking about it, I got to pick a side. I'm going to pick Shane, which is the lesser of two evils. That's kind of, we lose, but at least we'll win.
Yeah. Here, how is John Cena injured, or is he's coming back, right? He's not hurt.
I think he should be coming back soon, but he won't make it for Mania.
You don't think? Because I hope that's not. I hope that's not what happens.
No.
I hope that's not what happens with Shane and
Then
Undertaker, or with Triple H and Roman Reigns.
You can have John Cena come back and go heel on Roman Reigns.
That's not going to happen.
I know, but it would have been nice.
And if they, like I said last week, if they do, then everybody's going to cheer John Cena and still boo Roman Reigns. It makes no sense.
This is true. I don't know. This is one of those pay-per-views where we're kind of torn on who should win, who shouldn't win, who we think is probably going to win regardless. So I think the honest-to-God thing is we're just going to have to sit there and watch it.
It's a good thing I watched TakeOver because I just look at Facebook and popping up, Jason Jordan and Chad Gable, WWE wrestlers, win tag team championship at NXT Takeover.
Wow.
Thanks.
Oh yeah, Finn Balor popped up for me later on. You weren't here. You weren't on the computer at the time, but Finn Balor popped up right away when he won.
Yeah.
So you're lucky you were invisible to the internet.
Yeah. So that's our predictions for WrestleMania. That's our take on TakeOver, which was amazing.
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5, totally, hands down. So now we have WrestleMania to look forward to. We got the Hall of Fame tonight.
Total takeover.
Yeah, the Hall of Fame. I'm gonna watch Sting's induction. You're not gonna watch Sting's induction, even?
I never watched a Hall of Fame. I have somebody tell me about it first because I don't. That's like when you go to graduation and you sit there for 2 hours and all you're gonna be hearing is people talking for a while. I'm not good with the speech, people listening thing. I want to see people beating each other up. If Roman Reigns comes out and starts beating up Triple H in the audience, then maybe.
You don't want to see Sting inducted into the Hall of Fame?
I'll watch Sting.
That's what I said. That's what I said. I was going to watch Sting.
Yeah, but I won't watch it live. I mean, I'll probably watch it post-live.
Well, I never watch it live.
Oh, okay. Then, yeah, no, I'll be like you. I thought you were going to watch it live.
No. Are you kidding me? No, I'll watch it so I can fast forward to Sting.
This is true.
That's what I was saying. No, that's...
Oh, yeah, I'll probably do that. That I'll probably do. Who's inducting him now? You say Hulk Hogan, I'll slap you.
No, I think it's Ric Flair.
I'm going to slap you. No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because him and Ric Flair actually, they had that last good match in WCW, so...
They had the long storied feud in WCW.
Yes, sir, they did. Back when Sting had blonde hair and he pushed it up. And it was very different back then.
Yes, he was.
I like that Sting.
I do too. I love that Sting. I love both versions of Sting. Not so much Joker Sting from TNA. But
that was good once. It's like one of those things where I can watch it once and then I'm done.
Yeah. Main Event Mafia Sting was interesting.
No. That I can live it out. No mafia.
Yeah. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. We will be you're going to do a live show for at least part of WrestleMania. Or all WrestleMania or all WrestleMania?
Not the pre-show. I won't be doing the pre-show, but from 7 o'clock till 11, we'll be doing a live reaction show.
Okay.
Not sure if Mike will be there, but I'll be there, and I might have somebody with me. So, Brant, I know you're not watching live, so probably you won't be there.
Probably not. If I can pop in, I will. Otherwise we'll do 1, 2, 3 afterwards.
Right.
And talk about the whole show that way. Either way, we'll see what happens. But it's going to be exciting. Hopefully. Hopefully some good stuff.
I'm just really tired right now, so I can't show as much excitement as I'd like to. But I'm definitely legitimately, look at my face. I'm so excited.
More excited for tonight's takeover, though, right?
Oh, I'm so glad I watched it live.
Yeah,
Those
I,
matches.
I didn't watch it live, but it was right after live. Well, most of it, and then I fell asleep.
I popped in with the women's match, and then I went back and watched the other matches.
Okay, cool.
So I saw the two main events, and then I had to go back to get the others.
Right. Yeah. Aren't you glad you did?
Hell yeah, I am, especially with the Sami Zayn match. Yeah,
So
Nakamura. Enough said.
yeah, so good. Can't wait to see more of both of those guys. All right, so that's going to wrap up this episode of 123 Podcast. Thank you guys for watching, and we appreciate all your support. Tune in for WrestleMania on Chris's channel for the live show, and 123 following. All right.
That's right.
Anything else?
Don't suck. WrestleMania, please don't suck. That's all that's going to be in my mind tomorrow. Is please God, don't let WrestleMania suck tomorrow.
Exactly.
Please.
All right.
Go watch Batman v Superman. It's a horrible movie.
Which you actually liked.
I gave it a 7.5 because if you take out all the elements of DC and superheroes, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and basically if you strip the damn movie bone dry and go in thinking that it's just a movie, yeah, you're fine. You can give like 7. Listen, Angry Joe, who is a Superman fan, gave it 2 ratings. One is a Superman fan and one is a movie-going fan. As a Superman fan, he gave it a 5 out of 10 or 4 out of 10. As a movie-going fan, he gave it a 7 out of 10.
Huh. All right. Well, like I said in the comments of your live show, on the Chris and
You
Brand
can
show,
say that for the Chris and Brand show.
on the Chris and Brand show that's coming out next week, I will give all my thoughts on Batman v Superman because I have a lot of them. All right.
Good.
So,
We
yeah.
need a lot of them.
All right. So everybody, tune in for that, and that's going to wrap this up. No live show on Frontline this week. All right. So we'll see you for the next 1, 2, 3, and the live show at WrestleMania as Chris does weird stuff. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
This has been a Gonzo Goose production. Honk!